10 years ago this week.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to get into a vehicle with a pink mustache.
But many others would, as Lyft ushered in the era of ride-sharing in Buffalo. Whole Foods announced plans to come to Western New York. The Bills used their first pick in the draft on Sammy Watkins, and UB's Khalil Mack went one pick later to the Oakland Raiders this week in 2014. 20 years ago this week, when recently retired Congressman Brian Higgins was launching his first run for the House of Representatives, there were questions being raised on Capitol Hill.
The big question is, how could this have happened?
As pictures emerged displaying humiliating treatment of Iraqi POWs at Abu Ghraib prison. Meanwhile,
a couple of tears tonight?
Just a few.
But nothing a bit of the bubbly couldn't wash away at watch parties where fans gathered for the final episode of Friends, which aired this week in 2004. 30 years ago this week, when the tunnel opened beneath the English Channel connecting Great Britain and France by rail, this American teenager became a household name when sentenced to be caned for vandalizing cars in Singapore.
If they had that form of punishment here, I don't believe that we'll have the vandalism that we do today.
This week's News to You pop quiz. Do you remember the name of this 18-year-old who, over the objection of U.S. officials, would end up having to endure that controversial form of corporal punishment?
I don't think he'll ever vandalize a car again.
This week in 1994, remember, it was the same week that some thought,
they're not going to ban these. They can't ban these. These are part of America.
Oh, but they would.
By just 2 votes, the House passed the assault weapon ban. The vote is a major victory for President Clinton.
But the president's mood was about to change.
He started to put his hands and slide up my legs.
Because it was the same week Paula Jones filed her sexual harassment suit against the president, who would end up paying her $850,000 to settle.
The suit charges Clinton inflicted emotional distress on Jones, that he defamed her, once calling her charges pathetic.
But he wasn't ordered to pay her $83 million for saying so. Oh, and believe it or not, we had ourselves a solar eclipse. And get this? Unlike our recent total eclipse, this was an annular, but folks were nonetheless excited to see it. But wouldn't you know it?
But then the clouds moved in, blocking our view.
Well, maybe things really haven't changed that much after all, since the days when it was all news to you.